Hello, people that in the house are doing. I just want to just say to people in Cavan Mullen, I just want you to listen to me for a second, and it's really, really serious. What I'm about to say, especially for people in Cavan, is very, very serious. There's loads of photographs going around the internet, obviously, of a huge amount of people, going into Cavan town, and obviously, that's obviously not helping the situation, and obviously escalated a good bit. Obviously, Cavan Town is the main town. A lot of people do go in for shopping and things like that. I'm not stopping people from going in, but saying to people, you don't. If you like, some people even go into shopping. The big supermarkets. There's no need for to go into the big supermarkets. Please do shop in your local shops, and because the spread is very rapidly. It's very, very rapidly in Cavan. Like the numbers of people that have recovered are only 212, something like that. 212, so around that number, and 609. Like there's more. Today is 627. It's gone up a good few from 609. As you can see, it's going up, and the majority of these cases are in Cavan Town. That's why I'm on about it, because it's spreading around Cavan Town more now. So it's came really out of the hospital and then spread it into Cavan Town, and there's a few in other parts of Cavan. There's isolated cases, which is obviously very concerning. Obviously, in bigger towns too in Cavan, there's a few cases, which is even more concerning. Obviously, in Monaghan, it hasn't been that bad. It's starting to. We don't know yet. I suppose that, but going by these figures, it's not going up as rapidly as Cavan. There's more people. There's a few people covered in Monaghan, but the numbers are not as negative as Cavan's ones. Cavan's numbers are 212 and 630. So there's not really a balance. You know what I'm saying? There's not really a balance in saying a lot of people have been cured. It's not that balance. There's 12 new cases in Mullen, which is a lot more than Cavan. I don't know. I'm not good with Calvin, so don't ask me for figures. But there's a good few extra. So first of all, for people in Cavan, as I said, you don't need to go into Cavan Town to go to the big multinational shops. Please do go to only shops. Please do. If you don't need to go to a big supermarket, there's no need. If you can avoid it, I'm not saying that people don't go in at all, but if you can avoid it, it would help. It would help a lot. Because there's a good few photos going around it, and that obviously showing a huge amount of people going in cars and everything like that. But I usually I wouldn't mind, but it's just the case of it spreading. And I know what people are going to say, and I'm going to address this too. About people coming from Northern Ireland, and I have raised this a lot with local authorities, and a lot of county councils have said the same to the government. Have been saying to the government, do something about this, because people from Northern Ireland really just wandering down to the Republic of Ireland like it's nobody's business. It's not boo being said to them, and usually I'm all for people tourism and everything like that. People come down for a day visit, but it's just too dangerous, and it's too dangerous, very dangerous. One of them, I don't know how, in the name of God, it was one guard reported, went all the way through Belturbet and ended up in Virginia, on the other side of Cavan. So they went through Belturbet, went on the bypass through Butlersburg Dry Army, through Cavan Town, out the Dublin Road, towards Virginia, nearly in Dublin, in other words. And I don't know where they were headed. The guards, they had no authority to ask them where they were going. Just said they were from Northern Ireland. They had no Western, not a Western of the Republic of Ireland. They couldn't do anything. Simple as that, they couldn't do anything. So he could have went on the way to Dublin. So that's the thing. Like there's no stopping. There's no stopping. There's no regulations to say you can stop anybody that's outside the West. Like there's people going from Belfast to Dublin, and there's not being anything being said to them because they can't do anything. And this is happening constantly. We don't know. There's somebody probably coming from all the way from Derry or from Tyrone or some place like that, and going down to Cork, and there's been nothing said about it. And I think it is affecting. I don't know. There's no figures to show. We don't know yet, but I think it's affecting. The infection, because obviously it's going down in certain like Westmeath, for example. It's not as high in Westmeath compared to Cavan. Cavan and Mullen have over the last few weeks have exploded in figures of infected. Which is, we were coping for a long time. This is the thing, a lot of the county councils are talking about this too. This is the thing, we were coping for a long time. We knew what we were doing. And there was very little cases. For a long, long time, there was 4 cases. There was 4 cases, and they didn't go up past that, and we had that contained. We had everything contained. And then 4 cases were very contained and everything. And there was no, it wasn't allowed to spread, in other words. And we don't know how it spread so rapidly. Like it spread in 2 weeks. spread very rapidly. Like, I don't know, I'm not putting the blame on anybody, but there's the cops. But it's just the thing, that, you know, people from Northern Ireland come down. If we went up in Northern Ireland, we'd be arrested. I'm just saying to people, begging the people in Northern Ireland, in other words, we don't know. Simple as that. Somebody from Northern Ireland could come down here and spread it, because it is very weird that Cavan Monaghan got up very much. Because Cavan's the worst affected county outside of Dublin and outside of Cork. Which is very, very concerning. And these two are border counties. The same with Donegal. Donegal has a huge amount of cases. Leitrim's not that bad. Anyway, there's not many people in Leitrim. So, no offence, but there's not many people. At least we can contain it in Leitrim, because there's only 22,000, not many. And so you could be able to, you know, the testing will be able to done rapidly there compared to Cavan's numbers of nearly 100,000. And then Louth has a good few cases too. But then again, Cavan, any cases from Leitrim that had to go to the ICU goes to Cavan. So that's the thing. But I'm just saying to people in Cavan, unless you do need to go into Cavan town, you know, if you can avoid going in any way possible, you know, please go and shop in your local shops, and don't go into Cavan town unless extremely necessary. Unless you're going in to collect your money, then that's okay. Don't. I'm not trying to stop people from going in, but I'm just trying to say to people, if you don't need to go in, please don't go in. Because we want to open the country again, but you know, the numbers are very, like, it's over 1,000 in the two counties, and you know, that's very concerning. For two counties, you know, that is very concerning, and it's very concerning to see the numbers keep going up and up and up. So yeah, I'm just saying to people, just be careful. That's all I'm saying, and just, you know, please follow the advice obviously given. But yeah, please be safe and take care, and bye.